Marvel superpowers. I'm sure you've seen a Marvel movie. I'm sure you're familiar with superpowers. And if you are a longtime viewer of the channel, you know that I have talked about both of them. No. Some of y'all were not happy of how I framed superpowers back in the day. I stand by it. The vast majority of superpowers are actually pretty useless or a downright detriment to you were actually living in society. And I'm going to stand by that in this video because when I said that, your rebuttal to that was, oh, well, what's a Marvel movie? That's how it would actually work. Brother, no. Most of these would actually be even worse than some of the ones that I've named. And then other ones that you guys named, like, well, what about magic? What does that even mean, okay? Like, no, that's another reason why I'm doing this, because I don't know how I would describe the superpowers of Scarlet Witch outside of just saying the powers of Scarlet Witch. And I want to start ranking these MCU superheroes, and we're going to keep it the superheroes. Villains can be a whole other one, because that is a whole other rabbit hole, on how useful they would be in real life, okay? Very, very simple, but very, the rant potential is here, bro. I'm feeling the venom come up because some of these are just useless, okay? And I don't want to have a long-winded intro here. If you want to support the channel, please consider like, comment, and subscribe. We're trying to get to 250,000 subscribers before the end of the year, and I think we're on track to do it all because of the support of you guys. And we're going to be ranking Marvel superpowers. And let's get into it right now. Iron Man. No. I'm aware somebody's gonna say, oh, well, what superpowers, dog? Okay, I'm sorry. Iron Man has to have, like, actual super genius. Like, no, like, as a superpower, because it is getting to a point where I'm like, dog, he was able to make a working model of time travel at like, 1 o'clock in the morning. Do you have any idea the levels of ADHD thoughts that you have to manifest time travel out of you had trouble sleeping one night? That's a superpower. That is a superpower. You cannot convince me otherwise. There comes a point where you're smart and maybe slightly high functioning to you just are a super genius. And yes, I am going to put that for Tony Stark. Another thing I'm going to give him. He's rich, and I'm sorry, man. Growing up rich, literally inheriting $1 billion, that is a real-life superpower. That is like a legit real-life superpower. And because I'm saying that, bro, he's guaranteed great. We might go in God tier, bro, because he is literally printed. Like, I want you to think about how crazy Marvel movies used to be. The first Iron Man movie is a story. I'm going to correct this really quick because I need you guys to hear this. Is a story about an arms dealer getting into a fight with the Taliban, and then he has this moral problem where he's like, well, I'm funding both sides of the war. Am I a good person? No. But that's a little bit too real. Brother, that movie was made in 2007. I want you to think about that. The people that gave Tony Stark the biggest run for his money were Thanos, literal aliens, and the Taliban. You have any idea? That's such a crazy rogues gallery. Like, absolutely. I'm going too far away from it. Bro, Iron Man's skill set. You're super genius. You're a billionaire. Yes, that's a superpower at this point. And you have the ability to just make just about anything it's almost magic. It's basically magic. And we're going to be talking about the same stuff with Doctor Strange in a second. But, like, I would argue it's at the top of great. The reason it's not going in God tier is because at the end of the day, you're kind of just a dude. And like a part of the problems of being a billionaire is also people just assume you're a bad person. Like, no, on a real note, dog, imagine living in the Marvel universe, basically the CEO of a weapons contracting firm. And not just that, not just a weapons contracting firm, a construction contracting firm, because they built back New York after the Avengers destroyed it. That's another thing. Tony Stark is still doing, like, evil tactics even after he became a hero. Oh, yes, we caused all that damage in New York. Well, Stark Industries got the no-bid contract to fix it. Dog. What? The point I'm trying to make here, bro, it would be great, but most of it, I ain't gonna lie, is because I'm just spawning in as a billionaire. Just spawning in as a billionaire, I gotta put it in great. There's no question. Yeah, you have to. It's not God tier, because you're still gonna get a lot of heat, and I can't pass off as, like, a god, so I'm going to put it in great. I think that's valid. Doctor Strange. Okay. Magic or technology and billions. That's the question here. That is the question. I understand there's, like, a few other things that he has. Like, he has photographic memory, but I am going to draw the line with photographic memory because that's not really a superpower as much as literally being a super genius. And I understand Doctor Strange is a smart man, but it's more he's smart in a subject that most people believe is a myth. Like, no. If I walk up to a Victorian child and I start explaining basic, I don't know, algebra to him, that doesn't make me a genius. No, I just have knowledge that you don't have. I'm knowledgeable, not a genius. And Doctor Strange is smart. But like, brother, Iron Man, like, imagine trying to explain magic to him. He's over here like, I have a time stone and I can control time with it. That's cool. I made a working time travel machine. I'm working time machine I just made at 2 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, bro, I think you kind of have to put Iron Man in great. No. Doctor Strange. You can fly. If you have the time stone, then... Ooh, but there's another problem. How much of it is his powers, and how much of it is, like, stuff that he has? That's actually kind of tough, because he doesn't have, like, an intrinsic superpower. He's just good at magic. Ooh, that's tough. I can't put him Iron Man then. Like, I can't, because, like, no, he doesn't have the power of time control. He has the Eye of Agamotto, and he knows how to use it. Ooh, that's actually a tough. I'm gonna put him in good. No, like, think about it. Like, how many of his powers isn't him? It's something that he has. Like, the cape makes him fly, so flying's not part of it. I'm gonna put him in good. Yeah, I just talked him out of great. Yeah, I gotta put him in good, actually. Yeah, I think, yeah, that's valid. I'll defend that, too. No, what powers does he actually have that are, put him on par to Iron Man that isn't an item that he has? I know somebody's going to say, well, what about the Iron Man suit? He's a billionaire. That's all I got to say. The Hulk. Terrible. Absolutely awful. Now, let me just explain this to you right now, bro. It amazes me that Marvel made the Hulk lame. If you really want me to get into it, I do believe the reason that they made the Hulk objectively just lame is because they weren't able to get the full rights to do a movie for him. So they decided to ruin the public image of Hulk. They relegated him to a background character, and then they pilfered his aura to the point where he's just a big green nerd. No, like, on a real note, Doug, I am not hyped for anything Hulk related because of She-Hulk. No, bro, She-Hulk was so mind-numbingly bad and how bad it portrayed the Hulk as a character. No, okay, wait. It kneecapped his future development. There's not much that you can do with the Hulk, to be real. There's no villains left. Brother, the Red Hulk, which is a part of the rogues gallery of the Hulk, is now in a Captain America movie. You understand what I'm saying, bro? There's not much I can do with the Hulk narratively. Wait, where was I? Oh, yeah, the superpower. It's terrible. Is anyone going to argue it isn't? Oh, well, you can become one with... No, bro, that took years. How many innocent people had to die for that? Like, dude. You have to put it in terrible. It's an awful power. It's borderline just a disability, but it's a disability that's like, oh, yeah, bro, don't be around me, because if I'm even slightly angry, all of y'all are done. I'm going to put it in terrible, dog. Like, no question. You have to put it in terrible. Spider-Man. I was conflicted in putting Spider-Man on here because if you actually look at the powers of Spider-Man in the MCU, he's just a super soldier. No, like, that's really what it is. Like, no. He's a bit stronger because he was able to overpower the Winter Soldier. And the Winter Soldier is a less powerful version of Captain America because they both have the super soldier serum, but one of them has an off-brand. So... This is the problem that I have. So strength, yes. Speed, yes. Healing, up there. And then he can stick to walls. The webs aren't him. I had to explain this to somebody. No. The webs are a mechanical thing that he has. Like, no. If there's no web suiter, he can't do it. But he can stick to walls, and he does have super strength. That's tough. That's actually kind of tough. It's not God tier. But you can argue it's great. In terms of usefulness, I mean, like, I could be a professional athlete. Easily, I could be any combat sport on the planet, I'm instantly in there. Because I have 21 times the average strength of somebody my size. Like I have to put... It's great. It's a great superpower. Now, some people are going to look at that over Doctor Strange and wonder, what? We're talking usefulness. A lot of the useful parts of Doctor Strange's repertoire is the items that he has. Now, if he has those items, bro, no, you can put Doctor Strange in God tier. This is tough because I'm not giving him his web suiters. Should I give him? Here's the problem. If I give them all their tools, then you kind of have to put... You know what? I'm open to moving Doctor Strange up if I'm going to allow this. But as of right now, I'm going to keep it the way that it is. As of right now. The Thing from Fantastic Four. Terrible. Actually awful. Dude, I was like, oh, like, today years old practically. Really, I found it out like a week ago. Those aren't rocks. No, he's not made of rocks. He's basically made out of, like, fingernails. That's terrifying, bro. Imagine... You go up into space with your homies, bro. You're like a smoking hot PhD, astronaut, physicist, doctor. Like, you got everything, bro. You're 6'5". You are a Chad. You go up into space with your homies, and then you get hit with cosmic radiation, okay? One of your homies gets the power of flexibility, okay? Elasticity. Your other homie gets the power to turn in the fire at will. And then the one chick that goes with you gets the power to turn invisible and create force fields. You get the power of forever being a walking piece of rocks. And it's not even rocks. Bro, could you imagine? This, like, ever since hearing that, dude, give this man as much lotion as he needs. Bro needs to moisturize. He's become a pile of rubble. Terrible. It's not useless because, like, you admittedly get strength with it. But, like, this sounds like a punishment. Bro, the Thing's origin story sounds like it's a supervillain one. And that's another thing, bro. Calling him the Thing? The what? Bro, I might clock you. It's clobbering time just for that. If you walk up to me after everything that I've done and you call me the Thing, oh, bro, it's clobbering time. It's a terrible superpower, don't get me wrong. Yeah, it's just terrible. It's not it might be the worst. It might. Is it as bad as the Hulk? It might be worse than the Hulk, because like there's at least a power that you can have to control it and turn into it. Yeah, nah, it's terrible. It's just terrible. There's no question. It's just terrible. Daredevil. So I'm good at martial arts, but I'm blind, and I can use echolocation. That's essentially what it is. Let's keep it real here. That is the superpower. It's echolocation. Okay. There's already people that can do that. Granted, they ain't throwing the spinning back kicks, and it's not to that level. But like, oh my gosh, bro, we're gonna have multiple terribles in a row. Like, these might be all of the terribles of the video. Daredevil's powers are bad. Like, no, part of the cool part of his character is the fact that he can do what he does in spite of his flaws. But at the same time, dude, he's a martial artist that's blind. Like, terrible. Now, for the record, I would probably take the Daredevil powers before I would take the Hulk and before I would take the Thing. Because I could just be a normal dude, and another power that he has, bro cannot stop risen up women. It is absolutely insane, the power of pull that Daredevil has. Absolutely insane, no style. I'm putting it at the top of terrible, because you're just blind and you have echolocation. Other than that, bad. Moon Knight. Ooh, actually, no, this is a pretty solid one. So imagine this, bro. You get possessed by a forgotten Egyptian god of the moon. But you have a split personality disorder where you don't get the full power of Khonshu. You get it, like, segmented off to your different personalities. Which sounds dope, but also sounds mad annoying. Dude, this sounds like a superpower. Like, in the first superpower video, I said, yeah, bro, why would I want the ability to fly if I'm gonna get knocked out of the air by, like, the American military, and I can't take 90-degree turns because I'll knock myself unconscious? This sounds like something I would come up with, bro. Oh, yeah, get possessed by an Egyptian god and get all these powers from him. However, it's in a split personality. I don't like that. Is it useless? Yeah, it's useless. Yeah, it is. No, you're just crazy. Like, you're just, like, split personality. I think some of y'all are underestimating how bad split personality disorder is. Yeah, I'm putting it in useless. Dude, imagine your split personality does something that puts you in jail, and you're over here like, what did I do? Like, no, absolutely not. I'm putting it in use. I'm putting it in use. I'll defend that too. If there's no split personality, it goes up quite a bit. It's still useless. Scarlet Witch. Okay, so this is a power that you guys were recommending for literal months, and that I don't even know what it is. Reality distortion. It's God tier. It is a God tier. Like, you literally control the very fabric of the universe. You can just be like, "Ayo, I want to take over this entire town and to live out a 1960s rom-com." Bruh, what? Like, you have to put it in God tier. Like, if you had that superpower, you would either get iced effective immediately, or you would have started a new religion. I'm putting it in God tier. Like, you have to. There's no way that you can't. I don't have money? Done. Oh, I need the mind. It's also mind control. That's yeah. God tier. No, yeah. Is anybody disagreeing with that? It has to go in God tier. Ant-Man. He doesn't even really have a superpower. He just can shrink because of his suit that he didn't even make, by the way. He's a professional burglar that was able to, yes, you guessed it, steal the suit. But they allowed him to steal the suit so he could perform another burglary. And he doesn't even know how to fix the suit. He has to have the original Ant-Man be by him so he can perform regular maintenance on it. In other words, bro, you shrink and you grow. Other than that, dumb. And I'll be real, it's okay. I was talking about the new Captain America movie, and I can't explain what it is. It's not Anthony Mackie's fault. Anthony Mackie is doing a great job acting. I cannot look at Sam Wilson and think to myself, he has main character's energy. And you want to know why it is, and I didn't realize it until somebody brought it up. Ant-Man was able to no-diff Sam Wilson. From then on, I understood. Captain America cannot lose a fight to Ant-Man. Just can't. You cannot do that. I'll accept losing to Spider-Man. Because Spider-Man, yeah, obviously. Ant-Man? Absolutely not, bro. Is it yeah, it's pretty useless. Let's just keep it real here, bro. Shrinking and growing is pretty useless. It is. Oh, look, I can shrink down in my suit that I could get eaten with. Also, if I shrink too far, I'll go into the quantum realm where I could split an atom and break a nuke. Yeah, useless. Yeah, I wouldn't even want to use it. It'd be that useless. Yeah, oh, wow, you can shrink. That's dope. Yeah, useless. The Wolverine. The reason I picked Wolverine and not Deadpool and not like other healing factor characters is I actually think Wolverine has one of the coolest healing factor ideas. The idea that like he is able to like send out these like bow knives out of his skin and it rips through his skin every single time, and that's the trade-off of his power. And then he can heal it back so people think they're like retractable, which like they are, but they like are bones poking through your hand, so yeah, not good. And the fact that his metal skeleton is leaching into his bloodstream and slowly killing him is probably like, I don't know, that's such a cool trade-off, and I think it makes the character work a little bit better than like a Deadpool one. Also, you can argue Deadpool has like this power that he can sense the influence of gods because he can break the fourth wall, and I don't really know how that would quantify in real life. I don't know. Yeah. So that's why I chose Wolverine. You live longer than most people, and I think like immortality, but you can eventually die, is better than immortality and you live forever and ever. You're able to heal back from just about every wound. You never get sick, really. Poison, your body can work through it. It's pretty useful. Like, admittedly, it's pretty useful, dog. Like, I'm gonna put it in top. I'm gonna put it at the top of good. Yeah, I'm going to put it at the top of good. I'll move Doctor Strange up to great. That's fair. I'm going to put Wolverine in good, though. The only sucky part would be living long enough to the point where everyone you grew up with would be dead. That would be the suckiest part, but I'm still putting it in good, and I think that's a valid take. Thor. God tier. No, on a real note, bro, I tried to come up with an argument against the powers of Thor, but, like, really think about it for a second. No. Invulnerability. It is just invulnerability. He was able to take the full power of a star for a full minute and not die. Okay, that right away. Super strength. Him in his base form is able to get into a boxing match with the Hulk with none of the negative drawbacks. Number 3. Lives for an absolute insane amount of time with little to zero drawbacks. Number 4. Controls lightning. He doesn't even need his weapons to do it. And if you give him those weapons, then he's set. God tier. If he could fly by himself, he would be Superman. Like, he's that close to being Superman. And I have to put him in God tier for that. It's not as big as Wanda, because Wanda can literally just make you disappear. which is another reason why she's going in God tier, but I gotta put it right there. Yeah, God tier. Thor is definitely God tier, dude. Insane. Super soldiers. I decided to lump in Captain America, the Winter Soldier, and probably my controversial one is Black Panther. Because if you actually go skill set for skill set, minus the suits, and like the fact that Black Panther can absorb kinetic energy, which I'm gonna be real here, bothers me a lot because I don't think they actually understand what that would do. Like, no, let me tell you why it bothers me. If your suit can absorb all kinetic energy, and it is all, if you get hit, you're not gonna go flying though. You're literally going to be, it's like, in position, taking the blow, like you're an unmovable object at that point. If you're absorbing all of the kinetic energy, but whatever, Marvel, do what you want to do. I'm taking you too seriously anyways, because most of the time you guys don't even pay attention to what you're writing. So whatever. But that would be my controversial one. I'm lumping them all together. So super speed, super strength, and yes, it is super strength. Yeah. Brother, he is throwing hands with Iron Man and beating him up while he's in an iron suit. Bullets don't even penetrate that thing, and he's throwing hands. So, yeah, super strength. Super speed, I already said that. Superhuman durability. He was able to tank a full shot from a plasma rifle and walked it off like it was a .22. Yeah, I'm just going to put it in good. I'm going to put it beneath the Wolverine, though. And the reason that I am... Wait a minute. That's actually a valid... Why am I... Why is Spider-Man above him? Ooh, that's a good... Yeah, I'm going to move Spider-Man down, actually. Yeah. I'm going to put Spider-Man above Captain America because at the end of the day, he does have, like... Yeah, he could stick to walls. And how useful is that, really? I don't know. But it adds a little bit more usefulness than being a super soldier. Like, really, you're just a freak athlete, and that would put you in the same realm as these guys. And you're not even rid, so I got to put you there as well. Hawkeye. He's just really accurate with a bow and arrow. Like, understand this, bro. Do you think Hawkeye would be taken a bit more seriously if he used, force multipliers and he would just be... No, think about it. If Hawkeye didn't use a bow and arrow and used, the better of the two weapons, he would just be John Wick and people would take him more seriously. That's the truth. And it's a useless power. Like, don't get me wrong. I would probably take it over Daredevil, because Daredevil's just disabled, but he got the power of echolocation. When we're looking at Hawkeye, he's a guy that's super accurate, but he's also deaf. So I'm going to put it in useless. It's just a useless superpower. Like, it really is. Let's be real here. It's not terrible. All of these are just useless. No, yeah, I'm not defending this. Of course you guys agree with me on this. There's no way you don't agree with me on this. Elasticity, like Fantastic Four, Miss Marvel. I understand they work a little bit different, but they're practically the same thing. It would be useful, but not like, wow. Like, it would very, very feel like only a few situations would it be great. I'm just gonna say that. I think you dirty dogs know what I'm thinking. But like, there's only a few situations where it would be amazing or fantastic. Okay? I'm starting to think that his name Mr. Fantastic is actually a euphemism. Like, I'm on a real note here, bro. What? You gave yourself the name Mr. Fantastic? The Elastic Man? Why can't we just do that? I don't know. Mr. Elastic, why didn't you do that? I think I know why, but you know. It's a good superpower, but at the end of the day, I would take being a super soldier before I would take elasticity. I would take that. I put it above shrinking, though. I will defend that. Because then yeah, of course. Yeah, you gotta put it above Ant-Man. Obviously. Captain Marvel. Basically just a Super Saiyan. Like, on a real note, bro, Captain Marvel's probably one of the best examples of Marvel thought that they could make a character that we would just instantaneously love by just making them overpowered. But it actually turned out like, no, bro, we actually like when a character is written pretty well. Thor was pretty overpowered, but we liked him because you made him likable. Captain Marvel's just boring. Just like absurdly bland character with some of the most overpowered superpowers I've ever seen. And the only way that they work around it is they have to introduce plot elements to stop her from using full powers. Whether that's literally switching her powers or having her sew up at the end of a battle in order to turn the tide because she's that overpowered. God tier. Now, I'm gonna put it above. Yeah, I gotta put it above Thor. I am still gonna put Wanda over Captain Marvel because the usefulness of her powers would actually go Insano style. And for that reason, I gotta put it in God tier. Yeah, God tier trio, no question. Cyclops. That's the laser eyes of Cyclops. I think this is a good one to end it on because I stand by it. It's just a disability. Oh, look, I have these superpowers that I can only really use if I, press a button on the side of my head or I take off my sunglasses. I understand the reason why it is because he got a concussion, but at this point, I'm making that a part of the power because it's just too iconic not to. Yeah. You have to wear sunglasses 24. I think we're glossing over that. How annoying it would be to wear red light sunglasses over and over again. Brother, have you ever tried wearing red light sunglasses in public? Literally, you walk into a house, not even a house, walk into a store. People look at you like you're the biggest douchebag they've ever seen. Try wearing red tinted sunglasses in public, and everybody's looking at you like, bro, who's this guy? Who is this guy? Take them off. Take them off. Like, it would be actually one of the most annoying things that you would just have to pretend to be completely blind. And then that would be more acceptable. Is it useless? Yeah, I'm putting it in useless, but I'm putting it at the same level as useless as, like, shrink. I would actually put it at the top of useless. Actually, no, I'm not. It's in the middle of useless. It's not quite terrible, because you can live a somewhat normal life, and maybe you'll fix yourself with the concussion, but at the same time, I'm still putting it in useless, and I will defend that. And there you go. That is me ranking the usefulness of different MCU superpowers. I tried to narrow it down to, like, groups of superpowers, and not literally every single superhero, because I feel like a lot of superheroes have basically the same powers, but it just works in a slightly different way, or their origin works in a slightly different way. Kind of like how everybody's a super soldier, but there's like 15 different ways to make a super soldier. That's kind of what I was going for here. And if you enjoyed the video, please consider a like, comment, and subscribe. We're trying to get to 250,000 subscribers before the end of the year, and we are on track to do it with the support of you guys. We got a lot of new stuff coming to the channel. Some of you guys were worried that, like, don't be increasing your upload schedule. You'll run out of ideas. They're not all going to be tier list videos. We have some other stuff that I'm working out just to help supplement. Like, I want to do some new stuff. That's at the end of the day. I want to do some new stuff on top of the good stuff because I know you guys like all of that. The Minecraft video that I posted, that might actually be today because I film these on Sundays, is actually doing better than I thought. And those videos, they don't do the best. They just do decent enough. And this one's actually doing pretty good, and I'm going to thank you guys for the support of that. And do I have any other updates? Nothing that I want to reveal. So with all that out of the way, I hope you have a great Monday, and I will see you all in the next video. Adios.